Hello, everybody. It's Rombo here, and I hope you guys had a good day trading. I've got, 8 stocks I'll be going over today, so let's get right to it. Sybil, a little down today, not too much. Still not quite out of the woods. Like I was telling you before, I was waiting. Uh, I was excited to see it break this downward trend line. And like I told you, it likes to just tease you and tease you and tease you. So you're like, oh, it's still above, the trend line, and then it comes back down, and next thing you know, every day starts high and then comes down like OTCs do throughout the day, and next thing you know, you're watching it slowly just straddle downwards, and it's giving you kind of a hopeful, optimistic feeling every day that it's, oh, look, it broke above the trend line, and then at the end of the day, it's down here, and next, it kind of hypnotizes you to just be optimistic as you're watching it go down. A little tricky, but we're doing all right still right here. We're okay. Um, but again, I'm excited to see it break, and I think once it breaks, we're gonna have another uh, good trip up here. So, uh, not really too much else to talk about with Sybil. The buyers are in control now again here for the last 2 days, so that's a good sign. The buying pressure is coming up, and the selling pressure is going down. So, but overall, both the buying and the selling pressure is coming down here. So, volume dying off. That's usually a sign of a change. Either it could be to the upside, it could be to the downside. So, but considering that we're in an uptrend overall, I would say, considering we have been going down uh, overall lately in this last leg, that this dying off of volume will signify maybe the next jump up. So Sybil's looking pretty good. Um, DPLS, I brought that back yesterday, and what do you know? We broke and held over the downward trend line. So tomorrow, if we break this trend line right here, this resistance, and this resistance right here, the horizontal resistance, things are looking up quite a bit with DPLS. I know there was some news that came out on it, so it looks like it had a positive reaction. Remember, news, I say it's news, not good news, bad news, just news, because that means it is a catalyst, but you don't know if I've seen good news and a stock tank. I've seen bad news and the stock goes up. So um, play the reaction to the news, um, and not you don't buy in just because it's good news. Wait and see what the reaction is first. And this was good reaction today, so that's good. Um, exciting times here for DPLS after this long, what, 1, 2, 3, 3 months here. We're finally maybe looking at breaking out. I wouldn't get all too excited yet because now it could start to straddle and continue down. But keep an eye out on it, and maybe tomorrow after the candle finishes and we're above this line here, then I would go in. It's just my opinion. Remember, not a financial advisor. I'm an old man upstairs in the dark looking at 3 monitors. So, um, but DPLS is looking good. Um, Next, we have Fern. Fern's getting to be a little iffy. It did break the pitchfork, which is not cool. But we're still overall in an uptrend. So, but we broke below the one deviation. So maybe we might come down to this the uptrend support line right here. I'm guessing maybe we might get down to 0.0331 ish, and then hopefully a return back into the pitchfork here. So, but keep a close eye out on it. I personally would have a stop loss, at 0.03 or so, or probably 0.0258, depending on how much you have in it. Remember that depends. You have your stop loss, and then you that's another video that I'm going to do. That tells you how much money you should be having in when you get into the trade. So it depends on where you're at. But I don't have a lot in Fern right now, so my stop loss is way down here. I'm going to wait and see what happens here before I put in my full position. So that's what we have going on with Fern. Let's take a look at it on the 5-day, 15-minute chart here real quick. Yep, just some consolidation going on. So that's really not going to tell us all too much. Let's see. Next is, where's she at? There we go. IFXY. Very, very interesting stock. It has a lot of good stuff going for it. This is a moon market pick that he really, really likes, and really thinks that this is going to go to the moon here by January. Again, he's not a financial advisor either, so do your own due diligence and your own picks. But right now, it looks like we're holding steady on the 1 plus deviation line. We are slowly looking like we might be trying to head down to the 50% Fibonacci level. And as you guys know, I've told you many times before, if we do get a bounce off the 50 fib here, that's a good sign that it ran a nice marathon, had a nice rest, and 50% is that special line right here. Anywhere between 38% and 61%, this area right here is a good healthy bounce zone. But 50 is really the optimum bounce area, and we could be continuing on with another nice run with IFXY here soon. Next is ILIS. ILIS looks like it's looking strong. It stayed in the pitchfork here, and we had a nice blue day. So tomorrow, Friday, if we continue upward, moving away from the pitchfork, great sign. We did have a tail coming down to the 50% line. Yep, it did. I wouldn't consider that necessarily a rest. I like to see a whole body get down here. But the body did, we did get down in my green zone here. So it was a good, healthy rest. So this is looking really, really good for ILIS. We'd like to see that continue. Next, LGBS. LGBS is still trying to find itself. It's moving away from the downward trend line here, resistance trend line. It looks like we might have found some support here at 0.0257. But this is kind of in no man's land right now. So it could bounce up here, but it looks like we did break the average means line. That's usually once it breaks there, we're getting into bearish territory. The volume has kind of just mellowed out a little bit, and the bears are in control right now. They have been for the last 4 or 5 days. So The RSI is dropping. So if you're not in it, I'm not in it. You know what? This is LCLP. Well, we're doing life clips now too. Here we go. Talk about improv. Let's see, LCLP. So it's been one of those days, guys. I'm telling you. So LCLP looks like it's going downward. So if you're not in LCLP, I thought that was weird because when I said I bought this and sold it up here, my sold note isn't there. So, well, I'm having one of those senior moments. So, but LCLP, if you're not in it, I'd wait until we see a bounce up with LCLP. There we go. LGBS. So LGBS, there's where I sold right here. Just waiting. And remember how I said about straddling? Here it came up, came back down, and now we're actually breaking away from the downward resistance line. We broke under the means, came back down. We hit it again, and we came back down. And I said maybe the third time's the charm. Well, 1, 2, 3. So maybe the fourth time's the charm. Hopefully we will, stay above this trend line right here. That's the big one. If we stay above that line, LGBS will be just fine. But eventually it will have to make up its mind if it stays below this trend line right here. This line right here and this line right here, it will make up that area. And there's your point of what I believe is going to be at the decision time. It's either going to stay above this trend and then probably start working its way up, or it will break this downward. It will stay below this downward trend line, and then it will break this upward support line right here, which is just above the -1 deviation, and we could see it come back down to maybe the 0.0081 area, but overall it's moving up, guys. So it would be a good time to get in a good position down here. Once it bounces, we have a lot of support right here. We have a little bit of support at 0.0089 also. So we'll wait and see what happens with LGBS. Next, MJWL. MJ it found the support right here, the daily support, and bounced back up. We did break both of the pitchfork areas. Looks like it's trying to get back up into it, but if we have another couple of red days, we could be coming down and testing this trend line right here, this support trend line at 0.0784-ish, before maybe having another bounce up. It's an awfully big retracement here, so here's the 50% Fibonacci, and we're already down below 78%. Now we just bounced right back to it. So, and we did bounce off of this support. So we'll wait and see what happens with MJ, whether or not we will continue downward, or we had a low here, we had a low here. So on this leg, we are having higher lows, and we had now higher highs. So that's a good sign for MJWL that this leg will continue if we bounce right here. But considering now, we had such a massive retracement that I don't know how much power we're going to have. Usually when it dips down this low, we don't see a higher high. So if we have a lower high, then we're looking at, we're probably going to consolidate for a little bit. and be in no man's land before. And with that's not bad. We'll set up some more support line here and made this big move up. Now it's just kind of, consolidating to build a base before the next move up, because overall we are in an uptrend. MJ is a good stock, so that would be a sign that eventually we'll be moving up. And guys, I'm telling you, lower these stocks are going into November, especially the end of November, if they're lower, oh my goodness, it's powder keg time. So I'm not worried if the prices stay low here the next month. And last but not least is, drum roll please. I don't have it on here. That's crazy. We will eventually get to, there it is right in front of me. Wow. SPQS. SPQS, let's put the Fibonacci on here. Beautiful, 61.8% retracement. Had a red day today, big deal. It stayed within the pitchfork area, good retracement. So this is a good sign for SPQS that we should be staying healthy and having a good reversal here. The buying pressure, really dropped, but the bears did take control. But even the bearish volume came down also. So overall, the volume is going down, which is usually a sign that everyone's taking a rest. And the buying pressure, if you look, it is starting to come back up. So that's a sign that, of good things to come with SPQS. Might be a good time to get in. Again, old man, dark corner upstairs, looking at 3 monitors. I'm not a advisor. So this is just for entertainment only. Thank you very much. But SPQS looks like it's heading back up. Again, you guys, if you like the videos, please give me a like. I would really like it. And subscribe and tell your friends. And hopefully you could join Moon Market's Discord and see me on the streaming every day, and talking about the stocks, talking about the charts and how to read them, indicators, all that good stuff. And I will be doing that pitchfork indicator video here soon, explaining how to do it, and the automatic one also, that just automatically puts these on here for you, which is really nice. And with that said, guys, I hope you had a really good day and hope you have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.